Hey, I've got a partner here on the Golden Knights bench. This is nice.
And it's not video. Like, it's not, I'm not a split screen here. I'm really here, standing here with him.
Matt, believe it or not, got credentialed here to come in here. But Matt, John here from Sports Adrenaline. And a great game for you to show up to, Matty. The Golden Knights of yore seem to have shown up here 4-1. Granted, Buffalo's not, one of the best teams in the NHL, but this was a game the Golden Knights needed. I don't think there's any question about that.
No, it was, I think we saw a little bit of it in Philly the other night. You saw them get back to what they do best. Great goaltending by Fleury the other night. They generated chances, but they just couldn't find the back of the net against Philly other than that, a minute and a half to go, Cody Eakin goal. Tonight, they got the early goal from Shea Theodore, which ended up being erased because of the offside.
What a hell of a move that was.
But, what a move. Coming down the left side, just crossed the blue line and put a move on the defense and fired it home. But they rode that momentum. They didn't let that bother them. They got right back into it. Cody Eakin's on fire now, 3 goals. Finally got a power play goal. They were 0 for 15 coming into tonight on the power play. Great entry from Smith to Carlson on the left side. And I'm telling you, every single player wearing a Buffalo jersey looked at Carlson coming down that left-hand side. He had Marchessault wide open on the right-hand side for an easy one.
Yeah, it was a hell of a pass, too. I mean, again, they played fast, they played aggressive, they didn't play tentative. And I'll tell you what, Matt, I thought the goal, they get the goal called back on Shea Theodore, but then they get that goal right before the end of the first period. And they didn't have time to kind of think about getting robbed on the Shea, although that was a clear offside, so there's no question.
It was.
But they get the goal right before the end of the first period, and I think it's a critical goal because they go in there and they don't have to have that. And I'm not saying these guys think about it a lot, but just the pressure of saying, oh man, we've only scored 2 goals in a game. We won the last one 1-0. I'm not saying they think about that, but in the back of their minds, there's got to be that feeling of they've got to press a little bit. But they got the goal, and they didn't press the rest of the game.
Yeah, you'd have to be frustrated at that point. If you went in 0-0 they dominated that entire first period. I mean, I can't remember a stretch of more than a shift or two where Buffalo really took over that game. That was all Vegas, that entire first period. So to go in with the lead gives you that confidence. You ride that momentum. The crowd's into it to start the second period. Everybody's ready to go. They come out and get the power. They came out and went on the penalty kill right away, actually, just a minute and 10 seconds in. Killed it off, turn around, get the power play, and immediately get the goal, and they were off and running. The goals didn't come like they wanted them to, but the momentum was there. You could see the way they were playing. They were fast. They were all over the ice. They really dominated the play. And with the empty netter at the end there by Marceau, they ended up winning 4-1.
Yeah, and rewarded with a win here tonight. So now 3-5 on the season, 6 points. Nothing to worry about, right? It's the first game of a 5-game homestand. So, again, Golden Knights back here. Matt had some great questions today. I'm going to give you a bunch of credit. What you asked Gallant about the penalties. But let's start with Marc-Andre Fleury. Moves into the top 10 all-time in wins with the win here tonight. It would have been his 50th shutout. That's thanks to our friend Jason Toctasian here running the camera. But Fleury felt good after that one. However, he was sorely disappointed. No donuts.
I asked him. It was about, for those of you that weren't here, 7 minutes or so to go, 6.5 minutes. Here come the chants. We want donuts. We want donuts. The crowd was ready for that shutout. And they pulled the goalie. Buffalo pulled the goalie late in the game. They were, and had a power play at that point, if I remember right. So they were basically out there with 6-on-4. And Fleury gave up a little rebound chance, kind of slid under his pads. And with, 36 seconds to go, there went the shutout. But I asked him about it, and he was disappointed. He's trying to get donuts for everybody out there. He wants the crowd to go home happy and full, apparently.
And he said the puck kind of looks like a donut, right? What was the question you asked him?
Well, in basketball, when shooters get hot, they talk about the hoop looking huge, and they're just throwing it in with ease, like throwing a rock into an ocean. And I asked Fleury about that. Is he seeing the puck the way that a shooter sees the hoop? Does it feel that easy? And he said he's seeing it really well, but, his defense is playing well. They're not allowing the cross-ice passes. They're not going crease to crease on him. He's not having to make the crazy saves, although he did make quite a few of them against Philly. Tonight was, I think, if you can call it easier, it was an easier game for him in net.
Yeah, and Nick Holden stopped a goal. I mean, the donuts wouldn't have been possible. I think that was first period. Might have been – no, I think it was first period. Maybe second period. I can't remember. Bad memory.
I forget. No, it was second. It was on Actually, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
We do
which
know
end it
that
was
Nick
on.
Holden stopped a goal. That's for sure.
It was a great
Let's
play.
wrap up with this. A ton of penalties, 6 of them. Gerard Gallant, sometimes you can't get, you don't get a lengthy answer from Gerard Gallant, but you asked Gallant about the penalties today, and he gave you a very good lengthy answer about his thoughts on the penalties.
I didn't think he was going to. His first response was, I can't tell you how I feel about the penalties, which means he's probably not too happy about 6 penalties. But, yeah, he talked about it. Some penalties – and he's talked about this in the past. Some penalties you can accept. Not all of them are egregious. Not all of them are as bad as just grabbing a guy and throwing him down kind of thing. But there was an interference that was obvious. There was a high stick that was obvious. But other than that, he said there were kind of ticky-tack things that some ref crews may not call, others will. He said in other games this could have been a 2-penalty game. You just never know.
Yeah. Let's end with this, Matty. William Karlsson scored in Game 7 for the first time last year.
Yeah.
This year, he scores in Game 7, and Gerard says he's actually right behind us right now. Gerard says that the next 42 should be a breeze. So
Great
William
line.
Karlsson on his way to another 40-goal season. He felt good. He had that great assist, as you mentioned, to Jonathan March's show. He's been playing just fine, and it's nice to see him get a deflection in there. So Saturday, Ducks come to town. First division game of the year. Is that right?
Yeah.
They haven't played a divisional game yet.
Well, they opened up against Buffalo, and then they went East Coast the entire week. So yeah, it's time to start playing some West Coast teams.
Yeah, all right. So that's Saturday here. I'll be here. Matt, I'm not sure if he'll be here. We'll politic. We'll try to get you
Yeah,
back
we'll
in.
see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. All right. Hey, Golden Knights now 3-5. See you next time.